viewers, you've probably never seen me before, but that's great.
I've seen you.
John has seen me. Oh yeah, well my kids have seen me, so that's good since they've been around for a while. I've been watching the series on UFOs and aliens, like you do. I've been binging it and everything. And I got to the part in the series where they talked about all these UFOs that have crashed all over the whole planet. And everybody's always talking about how smart these aliens must be, but I don't get it. I mean, come on, really. I think the ones visiting our planet are kind of like the Dryer's Ed aliens, or maybe just totally redneck aliens. Like right before they crash into the planet, it's like you hear one of them go, "Here, hold my beer." But think about it. Here they are. They've traveled millions of light years through galaxies, avoiding asteroids, and slam into our planet. And we're not even a big planet, okay? Okay, have you ever been friends with somebody on social media for years, and then you actually see them in the real world? It's like you see them in Walmart like a few aisles over, and you do one of those head ducks, and you end up in the panty section. But I think it's because we portray ourselves a certain way on social media, right? We all have like that one area in our house, like a room or a wall, where it's kind of made up like the 5 o'clock news set. You take your selfies from this point up, because this point down is like boxers, hairy legs, and flip-flops. Recently, we decided to go try out other churches after going to the same church for like years and years and years. And I'll admit, as an introvert, it's just weird, okay? Because, you go there and there's all these strangers and they're really friendly, which is weird, okay? It's like, I don't know you. And then you go sit down in the service, and a lot of these new churches have like, concert lighting and fog machines and stuff, which is kind of cool. And then the preacher gets up and he starts the sermon and says that the whole congregation is going on a 40-day fast. Not eating, There is nothing fast about 40 days, people. And what's really weird is, like when you're visiting a first-time visitor and you show up and they're 20 days into a 40-day fast and you got your jumbo frappe, eating your donuts, carrying a breakfast burrito, and they look at you like it's a freaking episode of The Walking Dead. But I will tell you this, cool thing is, a lot of these places, when you're a first-time visitor, they offer you a bride. A gift, okay? Which is pretty cool, I was looking through some of these swag bags, right? And I'm thinking, hey, we are going to just bounce around to all these places till I got all my Christmas shopping done for the whole year. Yeah. Okay, I gotta ask this question. Was anybody good at spelling growing up? Anybody raise your hand? Really? Cool. I was terrible at spelling. I could not spell the word terrible. But, honestly, I grew up in a time before spell check. I grew up in a time before computers. At least computers that weren't the size of your whole freaking apartment, So our computer back then was a typewriter. And our spell check was a dictionary. And we used whiteout for something other than getting high. Okay? But I remember being a kid and I was a lousy speller. And you would go up to the teacher and say, "Teacher, how do you spell this?" And they would always say, "Go look it up in the dictionary." So obviously you don't know how to spell either, huh? So, you go over there to this 1,000,000-page book on a stand, right? looking through there and I'm like, my assignment is to write a paper about a gnat with pneumonia who gave it to a possum. These words are not in this dictionary. So the teacher says, sound it out. N-A-T, gnat. I mean, come on. I honestly think the people who originally came up with these words were just worse spellers than I am. Like they're chipping it out on the, you know, the rock tablet thing there, and oh crap, I put a G there. Like, no, that's how we spell gnat now. Silent G? No, silent G. Gnat. You know, honestly though, I mean, for you guys that are good at spelling, I mean, did you go do the spelling bees? You know, national spelling bee? No? You didn't have that? Well, it's because it's not, your school wasn't in the whole nation, probably. But no, but think about it though. I mean, what were you planning on doing with that? Do you write it down on your resume? Like I did the spelling bee, I won the spelling bee.
No, your resume just has to correctly spell words on it.
Ah, well that's true, but spell check? But, you know, I mean, what are you planning on doing with that? I mean, were you like getting picked by colleges to be on their spelling team? You going to the Olympics with it, you know? I mean, were you going to become a professional speller? You're going to write resumes. That's good. But, I mean, people are always saying that, you know, algebra, what am I going to do with that in life? Well, wrong. What are you going to do with spelling? I mean, look at it. Have you read text? You know, U-R-N-P-B-R-B. You know, you're not going to use spelling. Think about it, though. I can see this in the future. You know, not too far future. You know, they do spelling bees now, and like, first round. Spell the word you. Can you use it in a sentence? You will fail. You. I mean, think about it. It's terrible. And it's even going to get worse because then we're going to end up with emoji bees. Right? I mean, I can see this little kid now going up to the teacher. Teacher, which emojis do I use to write about the gnat with pneumonia? Go look it up in the emoji dictionary. Hey, for all my single friends out there tonight, hey, our holiday is coming up, guys. February 15th, half price chocolate day. Thank you, guys.